Did you have any delusional beliefs of any kind?
I did not have delusional beliefs, but I had strange, scary thoughts. So in depersonalization, what happens is that your mind gets filled with thoughts. Yeah, I call it like, your mind gets racing. It's a racing mind, and you're just filled with so many different kinds of thoughts, half of which are fears, right? Fears of like, oh my god, is this the end of me? What if I never recover? What if I'll never be able to be normal again? What if I have a panic attack every day? What if my life is crippled? So all of these what if thoughts. And then you have a strange symptom, which is like you experience a lot of like these philosophical and existential thoughts, which is you start questioning, and not even question, you have like all of these thoughts and questions pop into your head about the nature of reality. And you start thinking like, what is real? Am I in some sort of like a dream world? Or other people just manifestations of my imagination? So I like, I distinctly remember like once I was working and I would just get hit with this wave of derealization, and I would just look around and everybody would just feel that I started thinking like, what if everybody is just my imagination? What if I'm just dreaming all of this? And it just made me feel really unsettling, to think that everybody is just my own imagination. And what's known in like philosophical circles is like solipsism. So I started like freaking out that I'm just some sort of solipsistic consciousness just wandering through and just dreaming up all of this reality. So I wouldn't call it like delusional thinking because I never bought into it, but I had all of these thoughts going in my mind all the time, and many people experience these philosophical and existential questioning, and people would often like wonder like, how do they exist? I remember like talking to one of my therapists early in the day, telling him like, I'm so flabbergasted, I'm so bewildered by existence itself. So I just couldn't like, um, I just couldn't comprehend that I was like existing, that I had this existence, that I was like part of this reality, right? Which most people, 99.9% of people take it for granted. You are born, you become a child, and then you become an adult, then you get your first job, you get married, blah, blah, blah. Like, we just buy into reality for what it is, and we don't question it even for a second. That's what happens with most people. But it almost feels like when you go through depersonalization or derealization, you just come to this awakening that, hey, whoa, like I am in the matrix. Like, you almost feel like you're in the matrix, but you're now aware of the matrix, and how kind of ephemeral reality is, how kind of dreamlike reality itself. um, I'm not 100% sure if I'm coming through like clearly to you, but I'm sure like people who are listening to this and people who are experiencing DPDR could like really relate to what I'm talking about. It's this uncanny, bewildering feeling that makes you question like, what is reality? Like, and that's all like the thoughts are, your thoughts are just full of questions. What is reality? Like, am I like a brain in a vat dreaming all of this? What is time? How can I hear my own thoughts? Like, things that you just
Sure.
take for granted, everything is dissected and put under the microscope with DP and DR.